Amid the chaos of the world, there's one thing that can cut through the noise, like a lighthouse piercing the storm: focus. But what does it truly mean to focus on life? Is it just paying attention, or is it something deeper, something transformative? To focus on life is not merely to exist, but to live with intention. It's about cutting through the endless distractions and honing in on what truly matters: your purpose, your goals, and the experiences that define your journey. Focus on life is a mindset, a way of seeing clearly in a world clouded by uncertainty. It's the art of tuning out the noise and tuning in to what's essential. Today, more than ever, focus is a lifeline. We live in an age where our attention is constantly under siege by the endless scroll of social media, the ping of notifications, and the relentless pace of life. Studies show that the average human attention span has dropped to just 8 seconds, less than that of a goldfish. But focus is not just about survival in this digital age. It's about reclaiming control, achieving clarity, and building a life of meaning in a world desperate to distract us. In this journey, we will explore the power of focus and how it can transform every aspect of your life. From understanding what focus truly means to discovering tools to harness it, this video will guide you through the labyrinth of distractions. Together, we'll uncover the secrets to cutting through the noise, finding your purpose, and crafting a life of intention. This isn't just a lesson, it's a call to action. Because when you focus on life, life starts to focus on you. Welcome to a journey of transformation. What is focus? Focus. It's the invisible thread that holds our world together, a force that shapes everything we do. But what is it really? In the simplest terms, focus is the ability to direct our attention toward a single task or thought, blocking out the noise of the world around us. It's the act of locking in our minds, isolating ourselves from distraction, and harnessing our mental energy for a specific purpose. It's a skill, not an inherent trait, one that can be developed or lost depending on how we train our minds. In a world saturated with distractions, focus is both a weapon and a sanctuary. Without it, we are like a ship tossed on the waves, drifting, aimless, lost. With it, we become masters of our own destiny, capable of achieving greatness in the face of adversity. The science of attention and its impact on life. To truly grasp the power of focus, we must dive into the science of attention. Our brains are constantly bombarded with stimuli, sights, sounds, and sensations vying for our attention. Yet, in this chaotic environment, our brains can only focus on one thing at a time. Studies show that the human brain has a limited capacity for processing information. When we attempt to multitask, we spread ourselves thin, and our cognitive performance plummets. The brain doesn't juggle tasks, it switches between them rapidly, reducing efficiency and increasing stress. In contrast, when we focus, we engage the brain's prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for decision-making, problem-solving, and planning. It's this part of the brain that drives us towards success, allowing us to stay on track and accomplish goals. The impact of focus is profound. It determines how we perform at work, how we connect with others, and how we shape our futures. In a world that demands constant attention, mastering the science of focus becomes nothing short of life-altering. Benefits of a focused mindset. The benefits of focus stretch far beyond mere productivity. They reverberate through every aspect of our lives. Imagine for a moment your mind, clear and sharp, cutting through the clutter, able to zero in on the task at hand without hesitation. This is what a focused mindset brings: a deep sense of clarity that cuts through confusion, a laser-like precision that turns goals into accomplishments. Studies show that people with strong focus tend to be more successful, not just in their careers, but in their personal lives as well. They have better mental health, lower stress levels, and are more resilient in the face of adversity. Focus improves memory retention and decision-making, making it easier to prioritize what truly matters. But perhaps the greatest benefit of all is the sense of control it provides. With focus, we hold the reins of our own lives, steering ourselves toward our goals, undeterred by the noise and chaos of the outside world. A focused mind isn't just productive, it's powerful, transforming challenges into opportunities and obstacles into stepping stones. It's a mindset that empowers us to take back control of our lives, one focused moment at a time. Chapter 3: Common Distractions in Life Technology and Digital Noise. The modern world is flooded with constant notifications, beeps, pings, and flashes. Our phones buzz with messages, emails, and alerts, each vying for our attention, fragmenting the focus we desperately need. But what does this digital noise do to us? It pulls us from one task to the next, forcing us into a never-ending loop of shallow engagement. It's an insidious process. The brain, trained to react to these stimuli, becomes conditioned to respond, losing the ability to focus on one thing for long. And it's not just our phones. Every screen we engage with, computers, TVs, smart speakers, contributes to the digital clamor. As our lives become more intertwined with technology, it's harder than ever to find silence, and even harder to protect our mental space. We are distracted, but we don't even realize it until it's too late. Internal distractions, overthinking, and lack of clarity. Beneath the surface, the biggest distraction might not be external at all. It's the constant chatter in our heads, the relentless cycle of overthinking. What if this goes wrong? What if I make a mistake? These doubts spiral, becoming a labyrinth of uncertainty. Our minds, instead of focusing on the present, dart from one worry to another. This lack of clarity, this mental fog, clouds every decision. We second-guess ourselves at every turn, paralyzed by the sheer volume of possibilities. But overthinking isn't just about worrying. It's about being unable to make clear choices, unable to align our actions with our true desires. It's a form of distraction that roots itself deep within, feeding off our insecurities. And the more we try to fight it, the tighter it holds. External distractions, social pressures, and environmental factors. The world around us doesn't make it any easier. Social pressures, society's expectations of success, of how we should look, live, or act, add weight to our already fragile state of focus. We scroll through curated lives on social media, bombarded by images of perfection that leave us feeling inadequate. It's an external pressure that seeps into our minds, pushing us to compare, to strive for approval. But the distractions don't stop there. Our environment, whether it's a chaotic home, a noisy office, or even the unrelenting hustle of the city streets, invites distraction. There's no place to retreat, no quiet refuge. It's everywhere, all around us, and it often feels like we're caught in a tide of noise, struggling to find the calm beneath it all. The real question is, how do we hold on to focus when the world is constantly pulling us in 1,000 directions? These distractions, the digital, the mental, the external, are the enemies we face. They chip away at our attention, leaving us disconnected from what truly matters. But in the chaos, there's an opportunity to reclaim control, to regain the focus we've lost. The connection between purpose and focus. In the chaotic whirlpool of modern life, one question often lingers in the back of our minds. What is the purpose behind it all? Purpose is the compass that guides us through life's turbulent waters. Without it, we are like ships adrift in an endless storm, vulnerable to the forces around us. But when we align ourselves with a clear purpose, something shifts, like a sudden moment of clarity amid the fog. Focus becomes sharper, goals become clearer, and the overwhelming distractions of life lose their power over us. Purpose, in essence, is the linchpin that holds everything together. It gives us direction and the mental strength to face the inevitable storms ahead. Without it, no amount of willpower can sustain a focused mind. But with purpose, focus becomes effortless. It's the magnetic force that pulls us towards our true path. Steps to discover what truly matters in life. The search for purpose is not a passive journey. It demands active exploration, a willingness to dive into the unknown depths of our own psyche. The first step is always the hardest, slowing down. We live in a world that thrives on constant movement, where time slips through our fingers. But to truly discover what matters, we must stop. We must listen to the whispers within. What excites us? What stirs our soul? What brings us peace? These questions serve as the first clues in the treasure hunt of purpose. It's not about finding something grandiose, but rather something that resonates on a deeply personal level. Once you've identified the core passions that ignite your inner fire, the next step is to strip away the noise, the distractions, the pressures. Take a hard look at what's truly serving you and what's simply a detour. The role of values and priorities in staying focused. Values are the unseen architects of our lives. They are the silent decision makers, the foundation upon which we build our focus and purpose. But even the strongest of foundations can crumble without careful maintenance. Priorities, then, become the daily checks, reinforcing the importance of what truly matters and pushing aside what doesn't. If your values align with your priorities, you'll find it nearly impossible to veer off course. Core beliefs, focus falters. This is where many lose their way. They chase external measures of success, money, status, approval, without considering whether these align with their deeper values. Priorities keep you anchored. They act as guardrails, preventing distractions from pulling you off track. Stay true to them, and your focus will be unstoppable.